Hi, Dennis. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm so excited to talk to you. I feel like I've known you for 5 years now, and I think you're wonderful. And every time I see you, it makes me happy and stuff. But I don't know you terribly well, other than you're just a wonderful representative Rotary, and you take such good care of us. But I don't know a lot about you or your history and that kind of stuff. So I'm excited about this talk today. So let's start off with tell us about yourself.
Well, it's easy to talk about myself because it's me. I was born in Trail, British Columbia. This is the smelter city, of course, and I have a very fond memory of the smelter because it provided me with excellent summer work for 5 summers, and I came out of university without owing a cent because of Cominco. It was called Cominco at that time. Now they're called Tech. I tell you, it was wonderful. So I was born and raised there, went to school there, and finally left about 1961. Boy, that sounds like a long time ago. And I went to UBC for 4 years and became a pharmacist.
I did not know that. Or maybe I did know that and I'd
Yeah,
forgotten.
yeah. That's my classification in Rotary is pharmacy.
Right, that's
Yeah.
right. So were you a pharmacist in Trail or here or
No, I just went to school in Trail, became a pharmacist after I graduated from UBC. And my first job was in Kelowna. I came here to take over for one pharmacist who was going on a world trip. And after 9 months, she didn't come back and didn't come back. And so finally, my boss said, "Would you like the job full time?" And by that time, I met the girl I was going to marry. And I said, "Sure
oh,
thing, I'll stay."
oh nice. And
Yeah.
did you enjoy being a pharmacist?
I did. I really had a good time. I was fortunate not to have to work odd hours. My hours were mainly 8:30 to 5:30, that sort of thing, and weekends off and that sort of thing. Unlike some pharmacists today, have to work Sundays and evenings, and some even have overnight, go all night too. So we didn't have to do that back then.
That's funny because I was a banker forever. So I started
Yes.
off at Canada Trust and we used to
Oh
be
yeah.
eight eight to late, 6 days straight, right? So we'd have 8 to 8 hours and
Oh my.
Saturdays, and I worked all these crazy hours. Nowadays, it seems like the banks are hardly ever open. They open at 10 and close at
No,
2 all
they
the
don't do
time. It's
that.
like, so we
Right.
kind of switched places there. So I did the
Yeah.
hard hours, another easy. So yeah, we sure rely on our pharmacists. You must have got to know people pretty good.
Oh, I did.
The
That's the
professional.
part I miss about retirement is I missed, first of all, the staff that I worked with for so many years, and also all the customers you build a rapport with, over the years too. So we were a very high service oriented pharmacy. And that's one of the reasons I got into Rotary because my boss, John Dyck, was a past president of our club.
Oh,
I'm sure back in the 50s, I guess, sometimes.
really?
And when he sold the store to us, he said, "You must join Rotary because I'm leaving town and take over my classification." This is all new to me. I had no idea what that meant. But he said, "Rotary is great." So I figured he knows. So I joined.
Wow. And did you find that to be the case, that it's great?
I did. I joined in April of 1975. Again, that seems like a long time ago.
Wow.
And the president at that time was Jim Brindley. And I remember that particular day, our meeting was off site somewhere because the hotel was busy, and we were meeting at the Legion Hall. That's where the big lawyer's offices are today. And that was initiated that day. So been a member ever since.
Wow, just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
And you
that's just like
mentioned
that.
and you
Yeah.
mentioned you met the love of your life too, just before you started.
What's that again? Sorry.
You said you met your girl too.
Oh yeah, I met her when I came to Kelowna, and so we married and been married ever since. That's now 50, I don't know, 56 years, 55 years.
You
So
should know that.
I should know that.
That's the one number you should know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you must have celebrated your 50th and your 55th
Well,
anniversaries.
we were very busy during that week, so I think both of us kind of forgot, but we're quite proud of our longevity in the marriage
Yeah,
game.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And what was life like for the two of you?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, our first child was born, and a couple of years later, a redheaded daughter. And my wife was very happy with that because her dad was redheaded and my mother is redheaded. And of course, I you wouldn't know it today, but I was a redhead at one time. And so she was born then, and then we had two other children uh, from 75, 76, so two boys.
Nice. And are they here, stayed local? Are they in college?
Yeah, well, one is a paramedic in Edmonton, and the other one lives here. Yeah, so
And what does he do?
well, he had an unfortunate accident back 20 years ago. He had a car accident, so he's quadriplegic.
Oh,
But
goodness.
this has all worked out really well. He was a very brave guy to endure this change. But it just so happens that we're talking on the week that he's getting married. Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
wow.
One of his carades that he just hit it off, and so this coming Saturday they're getting married. So
Oh,
that's
congratulations.
why
That's
our
fantastic.
that's why our anniversary kind of went by the board because we were
Yes, of
busy.
course.
Yeah,
That's understandable when that happens.
yeah,
Wow, that must be so fill your heart, right? You want your kids to
oh, it
be
does.
happy and
It
settled,
does.
and
Yeah.
that's fantastic. So, do you get to Edmonton very often, or?
Not that often, maybe once a year to see the kids, and they come this way. They have a big travel trailer, so they're quite mobile. So we see them now and then. And our son is coming for the wedding. And unfortunately, his family can't come because they're involved in school musicals and that sort of thing.
Oh,
So he'll be here on Friday. So
oh, wow,
good
what a
to see
wonderful
him.
celebration to look forward to
Yeah, it
this
will be
weekend.
nice. Yeah.
Oh, and it sounds like the weather's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be 27 degrees, maybe 30. Who knows? So it's going to be great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So your pharmacy, was it like a private one or was it part of a big
We started
organization?
out privately. It's part of a buying group right now. It's
Yeah.
Dyck's Pharmacy. We've been around since
Okay.
55. And when I left, there were three pharmacies. Now there must be five or six of them around now. They've expanded quite a bit, but still the same kind of philosophy of service, just like Rotary. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great comparison, Rotary, to that, because of course we rely on our pharmacists to go in and kind of ask questions if we're uncertain or unsure about things. So I
Yeah.
know I appreciate mine, though it's mostly Costco these days. So
Yeah.
there's a puppy there too.
No, the puppy's not here, but
Happy
he
anniversary and congratulations on the wedding.
just had a message here to call the doctor. So
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
he's going to call me in a half an hour. Okay, we better get going here.
Okay. So what does Rotary mean to you other than service?
Well, I joined because of the service aspect of it and the fellowship that it happens, and you make some good friends through Rotary. And I think what impressed me most about it was the idea of helping people that need help. And I'm very impressed by things like the Strive scholarships that we fund every year for people that really need help to get on with their life. And of course, seeing our name all around town, the Rotary Arts Center and the Rotary Lodge, things like that, that means a lot. And feels good to be part of that kind of a group.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's so sad when you hear the news because unfortunately they always lean to the negative. But all these bad things seem to be happening in the world and to people
Mhm.
and stuff. And I am so thankful I'm part of an organization that makes a difference out there. If there's a
Yes.
tragedy going on, whether it's locally or internationally, it's like instantly Rotary's
Yeah.
there. And
That's right.
I love that. I'm again, so thankful to be part of that
Yeah, me too.
organization for that. And the fellowship too. It
Mm.
was I just love all you guys. It's just so nice
Yeah.
come in there every Tuesday and chatting
Yeah.
with everybody. It feels like a
Yeah.
kind
It's
of
nice.
extended family, and
Hmm.
everybody cares about each other. I really like that. And I know you do the front desk, and you've been doing that forever. And thank you because
It
it keeps
seems
us.
that way. Yeah, I did try my hand at the board for 1 year, but I realized that I'm not a meeting person. I
Mm,
just, I don't know. It's a quirk in my personality. So I got off the board after that 1 year, but I did do a lot of other jobs. Like I was on the fundraising committee for 1 year. And I remember that particular year, this is way back in the 80s, I think, or early 90s. I was in charge of a wine draw, and I went around to all the wineries in town and got them to donate one bottle each, and we had 40 in the end,
wow.
and we sold tickets on it. And the winner was one of our Rotarians, Dale McKenzie, won 40 bottles of Okanagan wine. It was really nice. It wasn't a big money maker; it only made us about $5,000, but that was I dipped my finger into that pie.
Nice. It's
Yeah.
hard to fundraise. It's
Oh, it is.
admire
It
the
really
people
is.
that do that. It's hard to hi.
And I was in the vocational service committee for a couple of years, and uh, I'm on the invocation committee right now,
Oh,
as well
nice.
as the desk committee. So that's
Nice.
about the limit of my involvement right now. So,
And you used to be part of the senior barbecue too, didn't
oh,
you?
the beer barbecue, yeah, we were on that. Ron Piscalny funded was on that committee, and he and I used to do it every year. But for some reason, it stopped lately. There's been a few changes in long-term care, so they're not
Mm.
quite ready to do it again. So, but we're ready and willing to help when it happens. So,
Yeah, that's lovely. And I know we have funds from Pleasantville too.
yeah,
Maybe
oh
we
yeah,
can even,
Pleasantville,
maybe
yeah.
we can even do something. Were you part of Pleasantville too?
I helped out there a few times raking leaves and did some painting in one of the units and that sort of thing. So, but we don't do much of that anymore because it's all new. So,
Yes, yes, and it's
we
managed by the
yeah,
BC Housing and stuff like that too.
that's
But
right. That's right.
what an amazing legacy! Like the legacies of
Oh
Rotary
yeah,
in our community, right?
yeah, that's right.
Just proud, proud, proud. That's
Yeah.
just so amazing. Um, what are you most proud of about our club?
Proud of what? Sorry,
About our club? What are you most
our
proud of
club.
about our
Oh,
club?
well, I mentioned about the fundraising ability and the money that comes from our pro-am each year. It goes to people like the what's the one that got the money this year? We
Oh,
put a
the
petition for them.
Freedom Store?
Freedom
Yeah.
Store, yeah, and things like that. These really needy organizations, and we help them out, and that feels great to do that. You know,
I know. It really makes a difference for
oh, it sure does.
some smaller organizations can't even function without our support and our help and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, no, that's great. Great to do that. So what do you do for fun?
Well, one of your questions was, what do people don't know about me?
Yes.
So what I do right now, I'm still writing a column. I've written a column per week since 1974, and that's a pharmacy column called Capsule Comments. And
Wow.
I wrote it for our own store for 20 years. And then in 1992, I guess it was, I thought, I'm putting all this work into this column. Why don't I try to sell it? So I started making it available to pharmacies across Canada. And I had about 100 customers when things were going well. But because it's used in the newspaper, and the newspaper business has gone downwards so much that people can't afford to put the column in the paper anymore. So I'm now down to about 15 clients who stuck with me for years and years and years. And I still enjoy writing the column because, as you mentioned earlier, when people ask you questions about drugs, oh, you're a pharmacist. What do you know about? I'm able
Yeah.
to help. So, but that's one thing that people probably don't know about me.
I did not know that about you.
Yeah. And the other thing is, when I came to Kelowna, just after I was married, I was in little theater and in musical comedy, did a few of those shows too.
Really?
I believe I did that now because I'm kind of a shy person, but that was really enjoyable. And but nowadays, I joined a group called Geriactors, which you may have been at the meeting one day when they came
I
and
heard
talked.
about you.
But we're doing six presentations this month, uh,
Really?
two this week, and it's going to be tight with the wedding coming up. But they're only about an hour long shows, and I quite enjoy it. Yeah.
That's great. And where do you do these shows at the homes?
Well, we're doing it in a few of the homes, long-term care homes, and we're doing one in the library downtown. We did that last year in the library, and it was a great, well-attended performance. We had over 50 to 100 people, so we hope to do that
Wow.
again. So,
That's
but it's fun for
fantastic.
us, just a
Yeah.
bunch of old people kind of acting out skits and singing a few songs and that sort of thing. So it's great.
I love it. I love it.
And the other thing we were involved in, and Bruce Wilson was involved in the Rotary Singers. You may have not know we had a singing group in Rotary, and we used
I
to sing for
didn't know that.
some of the social events and some of the things that Rotary was involved in. And every year we sing down at Pleasantville for the people there, and
Oh,
we still do that. So it's good.
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Is there still similar people that have been there for a long time at Pleasantville or is it just
Yeah,
it's a turnover?
well, the way Pleasantville worked was that some people that were there got grandfathered into the new building, and so they're still there. And so when we sing at Christmas time, we still see them. It's kind of nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Is there fun things that you do with your family or travel or any of that stuff?
Well, like I said, family is scattered right now, but
Yes.
but personally, I'm a great reader. I think I'm the public library's biggest client, because I'm there twice a week and must read a couple books a week. So it's quite fun. And
what do you like to read?
I read novels, but right now I'm reading this one. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
that.
really? Is it good?
This is fantastic. It reads like a suspense story.
Really? I
Yeah.
really like her. She's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I admire her for writing the book and for all the stand that she took. And she was a Republican as well. So
Yeah,
it's,
the courage she has is like, oh
oh,
my
yeah, it's
goodness.
amazing. Yeah. So,
Like there's
it,
hardly anybody else that's standing up to say,
yeah,
oh no, this isn't right.
yeah.
No, she's fantastic.
And I
So,
get some of my ideas from Mario, the fellow I work with, Mario
oh,
Perry. He's a great reader of political stories.
really?
Very seldom reads fiction, but he loves things like this, and he's given me a few good titles to read. So
Oh.
it's great.
I used to read forever, like a book, constantly read books. I'd even we'd go camping. I'd be at the campfire reading
Yeah,
my
yeah, that's
book
really
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then I just stopped a few years ago, and I just kind of like more like sit and just be peaceful and that kind of stuff. But I'm addicted to like podcasts, and I still
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
stories and that kind of
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah,
maybe I'll make it the audiobook of
yeah.
that Liz Cheney if you think
There
that's
you
good
are.
to listen
Sure.
to, especially if she says it in her own words and stuff. That'd be great.
Good idea.
Yeah. So there's so much noise out there about what we should put in our bodies and stuff with regards to vitamins and minerals and it's crazy. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to pay more attention to all that kind of stuff, and I do a
Anyway,
lot of
yeah,
reading, and I'm very much focused on the science part of it.
yeah.
And there's a lot of things that are being pushed, but there's no science behind it.
That's right. I'm
Yeah,
always for that sort of thing. There's got to be some science behind it before I believe it.
right,
And if
right.
you investigate a little further, you find there's nothing to it. It's just a method of selling a product,
I
and
know it's kind of sad.
it's a lot of hogwash out there.
Right?
Yeah,
It's crazy. Like I go to Costco and there's just everybody's in the vitamin aisle just picking
I
up the
know, I
things
know.
and they're spending so much on it and
Yeah,
kind of almost feels like a con job, like you said. And
yeah, yeah.
is that crazy? Is there anything you do recommend from a
Well,
pharmacist's
I do
perspective?
take vitamin D because my dermatologist said to take that. She says
Yeah.
4,000 units a day, which is high, but it's not too high. And I take magnesium, and I think what else do I take? One of these omega-3 fatty acid ones. But I'm only on two prescription drugs, so it's really I'm not a
Nice.
really a big pill pusher. So even though I
Yeah.
did that all my life,
Yeah, no, I'm with the omega-3 too. And I do find that magnesium, like I'll
yeah,
take it later at night and I think it
yeah,
helps me sleep better and stuff.
and I
So
sleep well. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I'm
so
always craving that good night's sleep.
yeah, that's right. So important, very so
Right?
important. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome. What else would you like to share about yourself or the or Rotary Club or
Well, I think I made some notes here. If
yes, please share.
yeah, I mentioned all of that. Yeah, you talked about one of your questions about who you admire in the club, and I admire like people like Bill Redmond, who out of the blue said, "I'll be president again." To me, that was a huge move, and
Yeah,
he's to be commended for that. I very admire him for that. And people like Robin Smith, who's done the
yeah,
job, and Bill too, on the pro-am for so many years, a lot of work, and they do
a lot
such
of
a
work.
bang-up job. And a new member that I admire already is Justin Wiley. He's going to
Yeah,
be a president next year, and already he's shown me that he's keen and he's organized, and it's going to be a great Rotary year next year. So,
yeah, those are great examples. Yeah, Bill stepping up right when he did really kind of
oh,
I
that
think
was
changed our
amazing.
club and
Yeah.
really got everybody involved and
Oh, yeah. He did a great job. Good for Bill.
I hope he's feeling better. I know he's been going through some health
Yeah, that's right.
challenges.
He had a heart problem. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Well, great examples.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that we should chat about?
Um, About me, I guess I've talked about me. I sang a lot in a very good choir in town called the Okanagan Festival Singers, and I was in that for 33 years. It's an audition choir, and I was one of the bassists, and I really, really enjoyed that. When you reach a certain age, like I have, your voice isn't quite as
Mm.
solid as it used to be. So I kind of quietly retired. didn't want to be told to go
Yeah.
because they only want the good singers in there. But I felt bad about leaving, but I felt good that it's in good hands still. So
Yeah. Quite a contribution. That's a long time.
it was a long time. I really enjoyed that. We sang Messiah. I'm sure I could sing the Messiah by memory right now. We've done it
Wow.
16 times.
Wow.
So it was a great thing,
That's
great part of my
amazing.
life. Yeah.
It's stuff I definitely didn't know about you for sure.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to help Tosca at all with the Rotary Festival that we're now?
I volunteered, but she never called. But I guess I'm
Oh.
on the list for next year, so I'm sure she'll call again. So
Yeah, let's see.
we
I'm
seem
so
to have enough volunteers this time around. So
yeah, I'm very excited we're part of that too and
oh
having
yeah, it's going
on
to
that and
be
stuff too. And with you and the singing, that must kind of really
yeah,
streak.
yeah. That's another thing I got out of university was I joined the UBC Choral Society, and I had to be dragged to the first rehearsal. But once I was there, I was in it for 5 years. I just loved every minute of it, and I carried that love of singing to Kelowna, which I sang for 2 or 3 choirs here. So it was a great part of my life.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, did your parents or any of your family were they so
No,
inclined to sing too?
there
No,
was no music in my family at all. I just must have
really.
come to it. Maybe it skipped a generation. Maybe my grandparents had, I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad I had it. So,
Yeah. How about any of your kids or they followed?
no, let's see. They appreciate music, but they don't get involved. My daughter sings a bit, but most of them are just listeners, yeah, as I am now. So
Yeah. And I didn't realize that we had a Rotary singing club that goes
yeah,
and you get to sing at Pleasantville and stuff. So do you get together regularly and sing together?
in Rotary,
The Rotary, you had a singing
Rotary Singers.
club.
Well, we're
Singers.
disbanded right now because I can't remember what happened. We lost about actually, it's only Bruce and I left, I think, in the group now.
Mhm.
But I'm sure it could be started again if the
Yeah,
need goes. So
that sounds
Bruce is
fun.
also in that geriatrics group that I'm involved in and plays the guitar and sings. So it's quite good.
Really? Oh. And where are you? You're at the library this week?
Let's see. No, this week yes, it's a library. No, Pleasantville. We're singing Pleasantville on tomorrow, Tuesday,
Nice.
and then in Wedgwood on Friday. And the library is next week, I think, somewhere.
Oh.
I have
What
it.
what what date and time at the library next week?
I don't have it here.
I'll look it up. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah. We'll let you know.
I might try to pop by.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
intrigued me. That
yeah.
sounds
We'll let you know. I'll find out and let you know
okay.
more. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Have we covered everything here?
I think we have. I got my notes here.
Yeah.
Yeah, joining Rotary, pride in our club.
Yeah. Talked about your
Club members.
family and
Talked about me.
about you. Learn
Yeah,
more about you,
yeah,
which I
yeah.
appreciate.
No, but I enjoy being a Rotarian. I really am.
Me too. I love it. I love it. I think I'll do that forever.
Yeah,
Even if I move, I think I'd probably just join another Rotary club.
yeah.
It's
I
just so
think
rewarding.
right now in our club, I think only Herb Asman has been in Rotary longer. I think he's what 62 years or something like
Something
that.
like that. Yeah.
So
He's the only one longer than you?
he has for sure.
Wow.
He's
I
older
didn't
than
know
I am
that.
too. When I
Yeah.
joined the club, I was the youngest person there, and now I'm one of the older ones.
But it must have just watching the transition over that period of time must
Oh
have,
yeah, oh yeah.
right?
I was part of the club when we admitted women to the group. What a shocking thing that was. I think it was 1988. And I
Wow.
remember being one of the younger guys. I thought that was a great idea. And two members of our club, older members, I should say, thought it was a bad idea, and they actually
Mm.
left the club. Can you imagine that?
It's shocking, and that's not
Yeah,
that really that long
yeah,
ago. And women couldn't have credit cards till like the 70s or something in their own name.
yeah.
Like
I know.
that is just it's mind-boggling. And you have a
And some of our
daughter.
best returns are women, and you're a good example.
Oh, I don't know about that, but it's like half the population is like women, right? So it is crazy to think about. Yeah. No, I think Herb talked about that too when he was up at Prince George when they started letting women in and
Yeah.
and they're kind of like, no, we
I'm
shouldn't.
not
And he's
sure
like,
what
yes.
side he was on, but it's a fact now, and I'm glad it is.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. And hopefully when we add to the whole equation and
Yeah.
make it a little bit better, hopefully. So
Yeah.
well, that's awesome. Well, I thank you so much for taking the time and chatting with me today,
Well,
Dennis.
thank you for
And
choosing me.
yeah, and it's nice to learn more about you. That's
Okay,
very cool. I see
thank
you
you.
differently now.
Yeah,
I see you more 3D.
yeah,
Yes.
thank
But
you.
you're just a wonderful person. And like I said before, it's just I love coming in and seeing your smiling face behind the
Mm,
desk. And you're just so kind and
yeah.
helpful. And
Well, thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you for all that you do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.